Well, it's a real nice day for January.
Yes, it is.
It is. You know, I don't even need a coat or a stocking hat on, or just a shirt.
It's a little breezy, though.
And that OH wasn't running right the other day when we had it started.
Yes, I know.
And in the comments, somebody said they think that it had that manifold been welded, it was leaking.
Yes. And even I told you, and
I'm that conclusion is
I'm not a
I
mechanic.
watched the video. See, and then I could see it spitting out that carburetor. Well, that indicates a lean condition. If a motor's running lean, it'll pop back out the carburetor like that. That indicates that more than a bad valve. So last night I got thinking, I just wouldn't need to pull that manifold off instead of trying JB weld it and patch it. I've got another good one. Yeah, I thought, well, I'll do that in a day or two. Well, I went over that old Pontiac this morning over there. And they a bunch of glass laying on the seats, and under that glass was some new packages of gaskets. So I went to ganging them gaskets up today, being it's pretty, set them out there on that hood and sort them out. And I found.
He found.
It said I had to take manifold gaskets for H farmall.
Yay!
Which that Pontiac came from the same place all these tractors did. I found some more tractor gaskets in there.
Yeah.
So I decided I'd pull that old manifold off.
So why did he hide them in there?
Well, I don't know why they was in there. I'm not going to speculate. But we can see right there where that was welded.
Yes.
But you can't see that crack as plain now as it was when it's bolted onto the tractor. Seems like so.
I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it, but it's right there. It's not sealed. It's leaking. That's what the problem is.
Yeah.
So I had this other manifold.
You were out of JB Weld, weren't you?
No, I got a little bit. I could buy more JB Weld.
Yeah, see, I knew you didn't have enough.
So I got this manifold here.
Well, this one's cracked here and here and here and here.
It's got 4 cracks, ain't it?
Yeah.
And what's real important on these is these 2 right here. Them's the intake. But I've been sanding on that with electric sander. And I go to auctions. I buy stuff all the time.
Yes.
A lot of times I'll buy what's left on the table.
You can look at our yard. You can tell he does.
I buy what's left on the table, and there'll be electric sanders and drills.
Boy, howdy, I hope someday there's not a woman laying on the table.
This kind of stuff. I won't give nothing for it. You know, I might give $10 for what's left or something. They might be one thing or I'm after. But you'll get... It works.
Yeah.
It works. It's on its last legs. Probably ain't been used a lot.
Is that what you call that?
Death rattle.
Yeah.
Sounds a little better.
Yeah, here, take your hat off. I'll see if I can buff your head.
Here, if I can find a plug in.
No, I just said I'll
like 4 of them here.
I'll buff your head, make it look pretty. Oh, that one's a going. Look at that.
Yeah, that's all right, I guess. First time I ever plugged that in, I didn't know a thing about it. That's another one on the last leg. However, I was at auction.
Yes, sir. Oh, man. The old
Sears.
The old antique one.
Here's a Sears Craftsman.
Boy, howdy, it needs a cord.
That's a Sears Craftsman. Aluminum housing.
Yes, sir.
And this one was there that wasn't in a box.
And
he had them all set up there, and there was a couple.
There's a shatter from the tires.
Same thing.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that those tires are making
There was a couple belt sanders there, and a couple more tools in metal boxes. And I opened them up and looked at them all, and boy, I said I'd like to have them. We had one like this, and when our house burned, it was in the house.
Yes.
Anyway, so they started to sell choice on their tools. And I got the bid at $5.
Oh,
He said, which one you want? And I said, well, I'll just take them all. you know.
My.
But you didn't know it was any good because there's no way to plug them in and check them out. But I bought them.
Well, I know you. You're a gambling man.
I'm going to show you the difference, so.
Okay, what is the difference? Oh, that's quiet.
Yeah, but feel of it. Feel of it, Debbie.
Yeah, I'll have to get my hand.
Put your hand.
Ah!
It's got a vibration to it.
I don't like it. Feels awful.
And what that's going to do, that's going to give me that same disease I'm supposed to have gotten from using them chainsaws without the vibration.
That'll give it to you. That feels weird.
But both of them that way. This one here, the switch is bad on. Same way.
I
The
remember.
switch don't work, turns it on and off.
I remember using the chainsaw once, and I thought my hand and arm was never going to stop shaking.
So I'm gonna put that manifold on that H.
Yes.
And we was talking about putting them carburetors on there.
Yes.
I explained it.
What did you explain?
I don't know if y'all could really see it. Right in here, on that deal, there's a little notch.
You have to.
There's this shaft and there's a little gap. See that little gap, Debbie? Right there. See that little gap right there at the bottom?
At the bottom. Oh, I think so. Oh, I about fell on top of you. I love getting close to you, darling. Yep, I'm lying. I don't see it.
Well, it matches this right here.
Oh.
And this governor, when you push it up and down, see how it moves that?
Yeah.
That's what gives you your throttle.
Okay.
Okay, when you go to put them together,
You
you
gotta
just
get
run
it
up there. You can run up there and slap it together.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll get lucky, like I did then.
Oh, you got lucky?
Yep.
Oh.
I got lucky, so I'll leave it.
Oh my God, he's gonna leave it.
And what I like to do, instead of using...
If he didn't get it lucky, he'll change it when you ain't looking.
They use screws with screwdriver slots on these.
Oh.
And I would rather use a
nut?
A bolt with a nut.
Did you say nut?
Yeah, we're going on there about that nuts.
Oh, I'm married to a nut. I know it, and he knows it. And I'm just fruity, so... hey, fruit and nuts, we go together.
I don't know what the definition of being sanity is, because everybody I know, if you study on them, I'm convinced of this, everyone's got little funny quirks.
I do. I've got quirks.
Anyway, so now, see how butterfly's closed right now?
Okay, butterfly's closed. Oh, the butterfly's
See?
open.
I got it open now.
Okay.
See, it's hung on the governor. See, I close it.
Okay, I think...
And you can put your finger on there and you can see that you're in the right place.
I got too much glare on my...
And you do that before you put it up to that manifold.
Yes, and make sure it works.
It's a whole lot harder to do it that way, and I'm just trying to help people here on this kind of
He's
stuff.
a helper. He helps everybody but me.
Well, I help you too.
What do you help me?
I'll give you real good foot rubs at night a lot of times.
You didn't last night. You forgot.
I forgot. You didn't remind me.
I don't have to remind you. You should remember.
Anyway. Oh. So, I got that. I've learned to do that over the years. When you put the carburetor on, put this on first. And these right here, the gaskets and stuff don't matter. I've never seen one of them really leak a lot of oil. It'll get oily around there, but that never bothered me, you know, streaming oil leak. But that's the governor off of M. That's carburetor off of M, but the H is the same.
Can you put a governor on my little Dodge so it'll get better gas mileage?
No, you ain't gonna do nothing. It's gonna get as good as it's gonna get.
Well, shoot.
Okay. Them bolts I used.
Okay,
I
them.
didn't have no trouble finding them because what I do, I take them bolts, I put them in a can like this.
Yes.
See?
Yes.
And then in the top, I poke a hole with an ice pick, and then I screw a bolt down in there.
A bolt.
Then that way, all I have to do is look, and I know what's in that can.
You better close it a little better. It might
But I like
pop
keep them in a
open.
can.
because glass jars break.
Keep the dirt daubers out of them.
And glass jars break.
And glass jars tend to break. This is in a plastic jar.
Your daddy always put them in glass jars.
My dad always put screws and stuff in.
And he would nail them to the ceiling and then...
Yeah, he put the lids to the ceiling
Yeah, I know.
and screw the jar up again it.
Oh, gosh. He was a brave man.
They say when guys get old, they put screws in jars. But anyway, I can see in there.
Those ain't screws. Those are nuts.
That's the nuts that do that. And I've got a lid that I screw on here.
Can I put you in a jar?
Anyway, but I like to do them that way rather than keep them in bolt bins. I've got them in bolt bins, big bolts and stuff. But dirt daubers and everything's always getting in them bolt bins. Mice and
Well,
whatever.
darn them
This
suckers.
way here, you can just set them on a shelf.
Yes.
You know, if you got a big quantity, just put a little bit in a little can like this out where you can get them because you don't use a big quantity at one time. Okay, we're going to go down here and I'm going to talk about something.
I am too. I'm going to talk about your tires completely flat.
Yeah, my front tire, unreliable there, didn't stay in there.
Okay, now what are we looking at?
Over here.
Oh, we're still walking? I'm walking the floor over you. Do 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 do. Okay, or I ain't gonna play roll the tractor tire. That one looks bad. That one's bigger than that one. Are you gonna trim
See,
it?
it says 11/2/24.
Uh-huh.
And it exactly matches
Uh-huh.
the one on this side.
Whoa.
That never wore down. See?
Oh, Nelly Bozo.
This was on this little tractor when I got it.
Yes.
The tractor that had this belly mower on it
Uh-huh.
had them on the back of it.
Uh-huh.
And what them,
Oh, son.
where them came from,
Yes.
they came off one of them center pivot irrigation systems that makes a circle around the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people has quit using them.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I don't know exactly why, but they've quit using them, and you'll see them all over the place, piled up in the fence rows, in the corners. Some 24s, pretty easy tire to come up with.
Oh, well, good.
So I'm gonna
So,
put this-
so does that mean you're going to get rid of all the other tractors with big tires, or just put,
Well,
just put little tires on
I
them?
might do that because it's getting harder for me to climb onto them.
Yes.
And this one here has got the heavy wheel. See how thick it is, cast iron? See how thick?